Hey YouTube, how's it going? That was a clip from the Mad TV show sketch Stuart from a couple years ago, quite a few years ago actually. And Stuart was an overgrown man-child, and one of his favorite things to do was show people tricks. And when he did it, he would always say, "Look what I can do! Look what I can do!" And he totally lacked social awareness, social appropriateness, things of that nature. And he was assisted by his codependent mother, who followed him around and kind of made up for all the problems that he caused everywhere he went. So with that description, it's probably pretty clear why I chose that clip for this video. The great irony: narcissists need you more than you will ever need them. So here's one of the most interesting things about narcissists. As evil as they are, as wicked as their spirits are, they desperately need you to approve of them. They crave your approval. They live off of your approval. Your approval is their food. It's their narcissistic supply. So even though they're jealous of you, extremely envious of you, envious of your life, in many ways they hate you, they still want your stamp of approval. It's really sick and twisted. It kind of makes no sense. One way that it comes out is a person will pretend that they have all this confidence, they're very flashy, very showy, but then they come to you for validation and confirmation on every single decision they make. In a female to female relationship, and probably male to male in terms of friendship, the narcissistic friend will go shopping and send the codependent friend a picture of everything they're about to buy. What do you think of these shoes? Do you like the red ones over the blue ones? What do you think of this shirt? Do you think it's too long? Do you think I should try a different size? Absolutely every decision that they have to make needs to get signed off on by somebody else. And they do that for quite a few reasons. One, keep in mind that the narcissist is deeply insecure. Most of them are. And so one of their greatest fears is public shame. So if they have at least one person, especially the person who gives them all their narcissistic supply, to say, "Yes, you look good in that outfit," then they know with at least some certainty that they're okay in the world, they can go outside and people will approve of them and accept them, okay? That's one reason they do it. Another reason they do it is, if you're always telling me what to do, if you're always helping me make decisions and choices, then if that decision or choice turns out to be a bad one, I can blame you. I can pass off all the responsibility onto you. So let's say the narcissist friend goes to their buddy and says, "Hey dude, I'm thinking about buying a house, but I'm not sure. What do you think?" And the codependent friend, as they've taken on the role of advice giver, counselor, therapist, teacher, you name it, fixer, the friend says, "Well, yeah, man, I think it's a great investment. I think you're in a good place in your life. You've got a good career. You love your girlfriend. You said you might marry her and have kids in the next couple of years. Yeah, man, I think you should go ahead and buy a house. It sounds like a great idea." So the narcissist friend takes that, goes ahead and buys a house. And if they're deeply locked into this relationship, the narc friend will be hitting up the codependent friend every other decision. What neighborhood? What layout if they're getting a new house built? What lender? What real estate agent? Like absolutely everything every decision they have to make, they're going to rely on someone else to make it for them. So let's say they go ahead, they buy the house, and then the house ends up upside down. And now they owe more than the house is worth. That narc friend is never going to let that codependent friend live it down. Why? Because on decision 1 through 20, the codependent friend signed off or made decision 1 through 16. So the only thing that was left are those 4 little decisions that somehow the narc will trace back to the codependent friend. But do you see? They can't do anything on their own. They're like overgrown children, just like Stuart. They need guidance. They need someone's hand to hold. They don't feel safe in the world. So they cling on to you, but they also hate you. So think about a small child, one that's kind of learning to gain their independence. They cling on to mom because mom is the only one, mom and dad, because they're the only ones who can really help them out in the world, give them food, whatever little bit of money a toddler needs, but they buy them things, clothing, shelter, entertainment. But at the same time, they kind of hate their parents. Why? Because their parents restrict them from doing things that they want to do, like playing in the street, playing outdoors after it gets dark, making them wear helmets when they ride a bicycle, making them wear their seatbelt, everything that little kids don't like to do, that parents make them do. Kids kind of hate their parents for that because they don't have the understanding yet of why that is a rule, why that's a boundary. They won't understand it until they get older. Well, narcissists are the exact same way. They need you to make them feel safe in the world, but they also resent you because you have the freedom, the talents, the gifts, the money, the personality, the looks, the family, the whatever that they don't have, and they deeply resent you for that. So it's very much a love-hate relationship. A narcissist will keep a friend, and I put friend in quotation marks, very close in order to make sure that they're constantly monitoring what that person is doing. So they're monitoring their career moves, they're monitoring their relationship status, they're monitoring their fashion choices, their new friends, they're monitoring everything so they can constantly gauge themselves against this person. Narcissists can be envious of the strangest things. Narcissists can be envious of the sound of your voice, the way your voice sounds. They could be envious of the way you laugh. A narcissist can be envious that you have kids. A narcissist can be envious that you don't have kids. Like, there's no winning with these people because no matter what, they feel inadequate. So no matter what it is that you have that they don't, they're going to feel inadequate when compared up against you. So it's really a very twisted dynamic. It's a push you away but pull you close. It's I don't need you at all, but I desperately need you for my survival. Here's another analogy that might help illustrate this point a little bit better. If you are someone who was born without the ability to see, so if you were born blind, you need other people to help you understand the world around you. You need other people to help you learn to read when they read Braille, teach you words, teach you what different foods are, help you select clothes. You trust them to select the colors because you, if you're born blind, may not even have an understanding of the concept of colors. How do you explain red to someone who's never seen any color? So you rely on these people to select your colors for you. You rely on them for everything, and there's just a small portion of your own life that you can truly be responsible for because you cannot see. Narcissists treat their friends and family in the exact same way. They rely on them for everything, but, and this is not saying that individuals who cannot see are like this, imagine how that person must feel inside, like, wow, there's this whole world that my friends and family get to participate in freely, and I can't because I can't do whatever this thing is called see. So there may or may not be some resentment there, and I'm not saying there is, and if there's anyone listening who has vision deficiencies, please, I'm not offering any offense in that way. This is me speculating on what it might be like. So a narcissist is very much dependent on those around them in the exact same way. What job should I pick? What car should I buy? Should I marry this guy? Should I marry this girl? Should I buy a house? What should I do? And they rely on everyone around them to make those decisions for them. So it's really and truly like dealing with an overgrown 4-year-old, because whoever this narcissist is should be in a position to make decisions for themselves, and for whatever reason they choose not to. So for that reason, they will always need you more than you need them. That should be very comforting to you. That should offer you a lot of peace, because all this time you thought you were the one who couldn't let go. And in many ways, the dynamics of your relationship make that a true statement. But once you settle in on the thought that this person needs me more than I will ever need them, it gives you a lot more power, and it gives you a lot more bargaining power with this person. It makes you stronger in your position to say, you know what, I will not tolerate this behavior, and if you don't stop, I will end this relationship. You have the power to walk away, and they're either going to agree to it, which that's the greatest thing that could ever happen to you, them saying, yes, okay, I don't want to do this relationship anymore, or they'll straighten up in an attempt to be in your life. Now, if they're true narcissists, they'll never change. They'll alter their behavior temporarily to try to get you to calm down so they can go back to doing what they want to do. Or they may be able to alter it long term, but it'll cause depression in them. When they have to be good people, it depresses them. It makes them sad. It frustrates their inner soul when they actually have to be a good person. So either way, you win. If they leave you, great. You just freed yourself of a narcissist. And if they decide to stay and straighten up, but they're depressed, I mean, we feel sad for their depression, but at least they're being good people, and their depression is being caused by them being good people. So that's the great irony. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're learning a lot from the videos. Continue to study and seek out those answers, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.